What is up, guys? It's James back here again. We're in the kitchen today and we're going to do some Code Wars. If my screen catches up, maybe. Apparently not. Let's see here. What's going on? Let's see if we can get the screen. There we go. We are back. It's been a while since I've been on the stream, so apologize for that. But I'm back for now. We're going to take on some Code Wars, do some stuff, have some fun, and then go from there. So, Code Wars. If you haven't played it before, basically it's a bunch of challenges and we can have some fun with them. So this is the first one. We have to return negative numbers. Can't be negative if it's 0, and finally if it's negative, nothing to do. Simple, right? That's pretty simple. So we can just do return math dot sign num. So that should return the sign. And if it equals 1, then negative num, else num. That should do the trick. So let's just talk about math sign real quick. Oh, I should probably close my YouTube studio. Math.sign. So you guys can kind of understand what it does. Basically, it returns 1 or 0 if it's 0, and then -1 if it's negative. That's essentially the whole point of math sign. Super useful, and this basically should, if it equals 1, negative number, else return the number. Test. Let's do it against the tests before we try and submit. Passed with negative. 42. Crack this open. It's very early in the morning. And that's very sour. It's too sour. Ooh. Alright. Let's submit that solution. So that one was fairly easy. It's a good way to start the day. I only actually ever did one more slightly different one. And that one was just like how to reverse a string. Oh, you could have done that too, I suppose. Could have used maths absolute. What did other people do? If num is less than 0, num, else return negative num. Interesting. Make negative num. If num is greater than 0, return negative num, else return num. If num's greater than 0, oh yep, okay, that would work. Interesting. So we went with a quite long-ish one. So let's see what we got next. Fibonacci sequence. Gotta love the Fibonacci. Sort of like Fibonacci. We should have probably done these outside of this so that we could do some, what's the word I'm looking for? We could have put it in GitHub afterwards. But that's fine. Like we'll deal with it. Just here trying to make sure that I have set up some stuff. Let's go. Welcome to the Fibonacci, aka Big Brother Fibonacci. Okay, so it's let's talk about the Fibonacci sequence, which I've covered before. Like the Fibonacci sequence is quite a interesting one. A lot of people are surprised at like how often that question comes up. On average, I'd say that question probably comes up. I'd say like 1 in 5. Yeah, 1 in 5 probably. Coding questions for an interview, it'll probably come up. But yeah, okay. All right, so let's think about this. Hey, Lumjacker, what's going on, dude? Long time no see. So it's basically gonna be something like, no, I have a tech job. This is just for fun. The only reason I bring up tech jobs is because I did a bunch of interview questions on my YouTube channel, and this Fibonacci sequence is the next sort of like step from a Fibonacci sequence. So, but yeah, nope. I very much have a job in tech. So, if the result is 0, no. I do work for someone in SF, but I don't live there. So if it's 0, return, I guess, this. Then we need to take into consideration this. This will also return 1. And then, yes, that's right. Haha, you remembered. I have been away a while, to be fair. And then results is to return result 1 and 2, which would be 0 and 1. So let's think about this logically. Actually, let's see. Oh. Good question. Both? Question mark. I probably prefer building projects than I do solving algorithms, but solving algorithms becomes part of building projects at some point. So I guess it just depends on the day of the week. Let's spread the signature, and then we can do if the number is 0, then we can return. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been nope. Don't want to return that. Want to return that. Yeah, there's a point where you just end up building projects that just contain a bunch of algorithms. So, like, if you haven't learned how to build if you haven't learned algorithms yet, I would say it's time to learn said algorithms. Okay, so that's what I wrote down here, right? And nope, not return. Return result. 0, comma, result. Result. 1. No. Variable is named results. There we go. And then I also need to put one of these. All right, so that gives you the first ends. So if the number is 0, just return nothing. Return 1. If n equals 2, then return this plus this. And then we're going to have to do for loop. Now these aren't going to be perfect, that's for sure. Const I equals 3 instead of 2. I is less than n, I plus plus. What have you been up to anyway, Lumjacker, these days? I haven't been online in a few weeks due to some COVID-related stuff. If it's Fibonacci, if the I equals... Man, this keyboard sucks. I really should just not be in my kitchen. But we like to code in my kitchen occasionally. Fibonacci. I'm just going to copy this word because I don't want to write it out. Equals results 0, comma, results. Wait, what am I doing? I've got to add these together. Because that's always going to be true. And I don't know why I keep wanting to do commas. So if it's I equals 3, Fibonacci is going to be these 3, always, 100%. Then it's going to be I minus 1 plus I minus 2 plus I minus 3, I guess. I mean, that would make sort of sense. Fibonacci equals I minus 1 plus results I minus 2 plus results I minus 3. And then we can do push dot results. Then put Fibonacci in there. Oh, this is long. Then return results. Let's see here. If I equals 3, if I is less than n, I plus plus. Whoa, hold on. What did I do here? What is going on? Not sure why I wrote that out. Oh, no, ins is on rusty today. Results. Fibonacci, then return the results. Yeah, sure. Oh. Try that again. Oh, there. Reassignments. Cool. That worked, apparently. Cool, I know how to do algorithms. Don't tell anyone. Boop. Let's try that and see what happens. We did it. Submit. Right? Please submit. I really want to continue doing some more algorithms. Please? Thank you. Alright. Jeez. I guess I could have just done that. That would have probably been easier. See? I'm not the best at algorithms. This is why we're doing this. It's fun. Let's see here. Made an array, and then for arrays I is less than n, I plus plus, push I is greater than 3. So this is like a variant of what I just did. Okay. That made me go up one. Now I'm in 7s instead of 6s. Should I be concerned, or is it just random? I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works. Find the next perfect square, huh? Let's see. So, find the next square. I guess I should probably just do this real quick and tweet out that we're actually online, because I forgot that we're live. Lols. Mm-hmm. Some TV/me. Totally forgot to tweet. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Find the next perfect square. So if it's 1, 2, 1, the next perfect square is 1, 4, 4. Returns -1 since 114 is not perfect. Okay. I think we can handle this one. Maybe. Okay. Return the next square if square is perfect square, -1 otherwise. Okay, so we need to do something like is a square. That would be a good start. Or is per square, right? That is n equal to, we need sort of arrow functions in here, we need all sorts. Number dot, oh my god, is integer, that would be a good start. Then math dot square root square root of n is equal n number. Okay. So to begin with, let me just expand this out in case anyone's in the chat with me. This will return is a square, is a perfect square because it says if the number is an integer, math square root of n, right? So if it's not, it will return. If this is not true, we can return -1. If it is true, then we can return the next part, which is basically just add a number until we get to the perfect square. Right? So we can do like a quick solution like if is perfect square. Let's just copy and paste this so we don't mess up. And then we write n. That's not n. It's oh, hold on. Nope. We actually got to write the function out here. Const find next. Do an arrow function with this in here to get some stuff going on. Then we want to do the question if it is not a perfect square. And then we want this in here like this. Then we can just immediately return -1. So this basically says if this doesn't return this, which is the if it doesn't return and it's not an integer, return -1 because we know it's not perfect square because perfect square will always return an integer. Then we can do the actual calculation. So you can just do something like, well, next square, and we'll set that to the square plus at least 1, right? Because otherwise when I do the next part, which is going to be, we're going to do a while loop, while it's not next, while is per square, and then next square, there we go. It's very complicated. While it's not that, next square plus plus. And then return per square. We can get rid of this because we don't care about that. And then we can stop clicking around on the screen. Is that going to work that way? I guess this, I don't know what. Square. Square. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Oh, well, hold on. It's just to Z up some stuff here. I wrote this without this in mind. Why? Oh, there. Now I've like messed up everything. And this should be an equals. Find next equals square with an arrow function. Test that. Find next square is not defined. Yep, because I wrote find next instead of find next square. Try that. On output instead got is per square. Hold on. Square for perfect square. got function is per square. Oh. Hey, my code works. So variable naming is important, but so this is like basically we just create a function that does the same thing, but overall, like this just is the quick and dirty way to check to see if it's a square, and then all we did was say, well, this is not a square, just keep adding to the square and then return it once it is one. Fairly simple, nothing crazy. Let's make sure it works for everything, and then we can go from there. Oh, we're the best around. Except from every single time I've looked at this, we've had the most complicated version of the same thing. But yeah. Let's see here. No, I don't want to do that right now. How long have we been up for? 3 minutes. Woo! Feels like an hour today. Disavow trolls. Trolls are attacking your comment section. Okay, that sounds like another day in the neighborhood. Okay. A common way to deal with the situation is to remove all the vowels from trolls' comments, neutralizing their threats. Okay. Some people like to have fun, apparently. Why not, right? Okay. You tell us to write a function that takes a string and returns a new string with the vowels removed. For example, this string, the website is for losers, LOL, will become this. Note that for this guy, Y is considered a vowel. Okay. So I can see a few things that might be an issue here. But this should actually be pretty quick because we can just use string replace. So we could just do something like return string dot replace, and then we can just look for AEIOU Y. And then replace with this. And then this. Yeah. Regex is my favorite. So this should just return straight up AEIOU plus Y because whatever. Globally. And then replace it with nothing. Test. Did I do good? I messed something up there. I don't understand why you're complaining. Hold on. Test equals to string dot replace. Am I doing the wrong? No, that's right. AEIOU Y globally and indexed like this. Do this. Return test. Have I forgotten how to code? Is that possible? I have not forgotten. I'm sitting here like, am I forgetting how to do regex? But that can't be true. Oh, wait. Maybe the function stops regex from happening? Well. Oh, hold on. Gotta do that. Gotta pass the string in. Now, hopefully that should work. Or if they like completely disavow string, right? Yeah, yeah. Then we're gonna do a replace, yeah. And then we want to do the replacement of this, and then that. Does regex not work with Codewars? Am I stupid? Just for my own sanity. String, string, string. Yeah. Okay. They say that insanity is trying the same thing. Oh. Boop. Well, cool. No doubt. Now let's put it back the way it was. And while I'm here, actually, let me just take this. Let me just reset it. And then just do this. Does it work the same way? Yeah, okay. Apparently, I just don't know when to put commas in. But instead, got n space ffs expected this. Wait, was y not? Did I read that wrong? Oh, isn't. Can we not use the shorthand of is not? Okay. Now it should work. Now we should be good. There we go. A-E-I-O-U. Only. Cool. Are you subbing? Maybe. It's doing something. Sounds like my computer's about to blow up. Oh, I have the ability to vote on stuff now. Cool, and I've ranked up. Okay. Cool. Okay. So many questions and comments here. Alright, let's see here. Check the old tweet feed. Okay. It's okay. Let's see. Next. Ugh. This seems like it's gonna be a pain in the butt. I mean, So I'm thinking about this already. There's a couple options that I can think of right off the top of my head. So one version would be to use objects and keys to replace the alphabet. So you just set the alphabet to like A is 1, B is 2. So we could do that. We could attempt to split the text to So what if we did alpha equals text, then do this, then set it to uppercase, then set it to replace. Oh. This, right? Because now it's all in uppercase. Set that globally. This. Then split it on this character. Then map out the answer by using char oh no, it's not that anymore, is it? It's char code at is that right? I guess it would be this, right? And then join it together again. Maybe? Let's see. Let's do some of this. Oh, itchy ear. Alright. Let's actually split it on the right thing here. There we go. So we're going to replace everything like this, then split it, then map based on this, and then join them. I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Sorry. Oh no, wait. There should probably be another one, right? Somewhere. Did I mess up? Maybe there should be an additional one. There we go. I messed up the parentheses. It's very early. I promise. It gets better. It gets better. That may or may not work for everything. I just assumed that. Cool. We're doing some good stuff here. We're doing some good work. Okay. You can do it. Promise I click the button for a reason. It's early. We're just trying to do some stuff here. Oh, look. That's like the perfect solution, apparently. What are we on clever? Give me a clever one. I want to see what's there. It's hella windy today, apparently. They did the same thing. Oh, this is tough. Okay, the new Avengers movie is released. Oh gosh, could you imagine? Then I'd only be like 10 movies behind at this point because I am a bad person. Sorry. Don't watch Avengers anymore. Oh, let me close this out. Okay. Each of them has a single $150 and a $25 bill, and an Avengers ticket costs $25. Currently working as the clerk. Who wants to sell a ticket to every person in line can sell a ticket to every person and give change if he initially has no money, and sells the ticket strictly in the order of people in the queue. Turn yes. So basically, it's going to be a switch cases of a bunch of different things. Like if it's 100, do this. Ugh, that seems like a lot this morning. Seems like a lot. Let's see. We can probably get this to go easily. Let me just move my drink around. Okay. So there's only 150 and 25, right? So trying to think what's the best way to handle this. So it doesn't say. Am I reading this wrong? I don't see anywhere the people start blah blah blah. 150 and a $25 bill. Return yes. Oh, I see. So like this number plus this number means that they can still give 25 back. And then for this one, they could do 25, 25, 50, 50. So that's 50. So you can give them 25 back here, 25 back here, but can't give them 100. Can't give them $75 change. Sure. So I think that we could probably do something like this. And we can set the numbers to the amounts. So do something like this. And then what am I doing? That's not how you declare. All right. Jesus. Okay. So we could do this, and then as we go through each case, like case one could be if it's 100, and if the till amount has at least is greater than or equal to 1 in 25, 1 in 50, then we can give them money back, right? Else we can just do nothing. Else it would be no if it didn't have a 50 and a 25. And it doesn't matter how many 25s or 50s it has. But the next case would be if it is, there should be an if else of if it's 25 and 50 have at least one, else else will return else if 25 is the 3. My god, my brain is way too early for this, guys. So it would be yeah, right. Okay, let's just try writing some of this out. That might help me. For const cache of people in line, right? Because that number's never going to change. So we're going to do some switches. So this will be cache is the switch, and we're going to have that case. We're going to have this case, and then we're going to have this case, or the default. I guess we could just do default for that, right? I guess. And then default, we can just break. Should be this, and then this should return yes. Right, so we got some stuff here. So let's break this down. So we're going to set these to the number that's in the till as we go along, which will all make sense in a minute. Basically, it's going to be like, this is the easiest case to take care of, right? We can do that right now. So if the case is 25, till dot, did I call those amounts? Yeah. 25 plus plus and break. Done. That one's easy. Because with 25, if you give them $25, right, that there's nothing for us to do. We don't have to do any calculations. We can just say, hey, add one, break. Then for 50, we're going to have to do if till dot amounts, till dot amount 25, amount 25? Yeah. Amount 25 is greater or equal to 1, right? Because that's all we need to give them a refund. So then we can do 12 amount minus until amount 50 plus plus. And then I guess we need an else in here that says return no, Jesus, no, and then break. So for case 50, if the till amount is greater than or equal to 1, we'll take away 25. So that gives them a refund, right? Let's refund. And then we'll add 50 to the till because now there's 50 in the bank. Else we'll return no. We should really match those there. Good job. And then we just got to do this 100, which is going to be like if till dot amount 25 is equal or greater to 1, and till dot amount 50 is also greater or equal to 1. That's case number 1, right? Think about that. That means that we have $75 minimum in the in the key or in the till or whatever they want to call it. Then we can do 50 minus minus, and then we'll do till add. Yeah. So now there's 100 in the till. But then we have an edge case, because technically we could give them amount. Technically, if 3 people in front of you had $25, they could do it that way too. So till amount 25 is greater than or equal to 3. Then we can do till dot amount is less than 3. That removes 3, and then 25, 100 plus plus, and then finally else return big old no, and then break. Right, this should be all the edge cases now. So let's see, switch cache, case is 100. So if it's 100 in cache for that one person, the amount is greater than 1 for 25s and 50s. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. We have a screen and porch in the backyard, and there's curtains in there, and it's really windy. So every time I keep seeing them being blown around, which is really distracting. Let's just test this out. Let's test my theories. That's not good. If till amount is greater than 5, where did I write that? Oh. Boop. Let's try that. All right. So that kind of looks good. Just a silly mistake in there. I wish there was a way to... I don't really use... I've never really done this before, but... Jesus. Why would I want an emoji? I just wanted you to like... Okay. I'm not sure what's happening now. Let's make sure it still works. Cool. All right. So that's another solution done. Submit. +50. Oh no, you now have the ability to mark comment as having spoiler code. Cool. Ooh, okay. They did it slight variant of what I did. So what they did was they did like a nice function handler. Man, some of these solutions are freaking cool. Makes my solution look like junk. It's all good. Like this is a prime example of why developers should not compare each other. I don't know why I keep looking over here. This is where my camera normally is, not here. So I'm like, hi world. Yeah, I don't know why people don't, why developers do this, but this is a prime example, right? There is a million ways to solve the problem. And I just solved it doing it my way, which is kind of similar to this guy's way, except from he wrote a nice little, function, which is kind of weird. I don't know why you'd need to say like, hey, it's always going to be this person. But anyway, like everyone has a different solution. So like, don't get caught up when you're learning the code. Like, oh, I'm not as good as, Steve down the road. Steve's way better than I am. Like nobody cares. Like nobody cares unless you're doing something really dramatic, and it sucks. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't compare yourself to somebody else. It's not going to get you anything in life, and it's definitely not going to make you feel any better about yourself. If you think you have imposter syndrome, try comparing yourself to somebody else for 6 months. Ran over. Is this a triangle? Well, is it? Is it a triangle? So, how do we define triangles these days? A method that accepts 3 integers, a plus b plus c. This is like, what's that? Pythagoras theorem? Is that the right one? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Right? Is that the right thing I'm thinking of? So, let's see. It's got to be like, okay. Ooh. Let's try. Let's try. I'm sure we can do this one. I am slowly running out of steam after like an hour and a half of doing freaking algorithm-y stuff. Hold on 1 second. Ugh. All right. So, okay. So an area of anyone remember what the area of a triangle is? I know somewhere in here we need. I mean, we could just look it up. Then we could just do the area of a triangle. Oh god, that's not what I thought it was. It is okay. So it's this. Okay. Base height base divided by 2. Okay. All right. All right. We can do this. So let's have a constant here. Blah something. I'll name it in a minute, and that's going to be a plus b plus c divided by 2. And then to get the area, then there we go. All right, I'm back in the game. It's going to be the math square root and something. I'm using that. That's what we're keeping it as now. And then it's going to be something multiplied by something minus a times something minus b something minus c and then close that out, and then basically it would be like if this number is nan, not a number, then we can immediately just return false because get rid of this now, and then we can just return the area if it's greater. Boom, something like that. Oh dear. Oh, we kind of messed up here. We took away the function part. Okay. So math square root of something times something. I don't know what to call this. A plus B plus C. Does it have a name? A plus B plus C divided by 2. Yes, it's the other part of Pythagoras' theorem, but what is it called, for God's sake? Does it really matter? Mm-mm-mm. Look, it's been a while since I've been in school. Oh, here you go. Where S is the semi-perimeter. Boom. Also, const. And then change all the somethings to this. Test it. Go for it. Fuck me. Where did I add an extra one here? Well, we've got one here. Woohoo! I know stuff about triangles. Oh my god. Dear. Yeah. I didn't know what a semi-perimeter was, but I knew what the freaking this thing was. Hopefully this works. You know, it's been I don't know, probably 15 plus years since the last time I did anything with a triangle. Oh, I could have just done that apparently. If A is greater than 0 and B is greater than 0 and C is greater than 0, if A is less than B plus C and A is less than B plus A, Jesus. Yo, look at that function. Look at that. This is apparently best practices. I don't know how that's best practice. Cool. So we made this super complicated, but this goes back to my previous comment. Oh, yes. We love a good repeat string. But this goes back to my previous comment about why you should never compare yourself to somebody else, because it's just not worth the hassle. Like, if you keep comparing yourself, imposter syndrome is going to set in, and then you're going to be a very sad person. Returning string repeats. Do. Train. Ugh. Give it a little stretch. So this is actually like, we're in 8 again, so this is going to be really simple because it's just basically like what it's saying is like for n number of times repeat s. So we don't even need that. Get rid of that. We can just do this. This is another common question for people on the old interview questions. There you go. I've written this one 1,000 times. So this basically just says s.repeat n number of times, and that should, if I didn't mess anything up, that should work. Did I? Oh, sorry. There you go. Got to remember to rename it back to what it was, otherwise it doesn't work very well. And that one's nice and easy. That's a basic, like, just do this. It's like fizz bang and all that dumb stuff. That should never be included in any interview questions. Yeah, I did the same kind of thing. There's my solution. Hey, I'm in the best practices for level 8s. Do I really want to do this one? This one doesn't sound fun at all. Can you... Alright. If I go here, I just want to do like... I know this sounds weird, but like... Wouldn't it be cool if you could just do 8s and like go through the whole thing in 8s? And like, oh, maybe there's a collection. Maybe? I don't know. It just seems like I'm all for like randomization of doing stuff, but like, can I just pick like I want to do all 7s or I want to do all 8s? You know? Maybe I should have looked around. Yeah, in my languages, correct and approved, and one I have not trained on. And there's 381. Interesting. Ooh, regular expressions. Oh yeah, I want to do these. And I want it in, what's an 8? I'm trying to find ones that I think would be useful to people. More than like me, I can just keep going, like I can just go to home and keep doing stuff. But Regex is like most hated. Ooh, hello. Please don't sell me ads. Thank you. What about if we do some of these? Let's try this one. Just for funs. Let's do some Regex because I love Regex. It's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And I don't know why people don't love it. You should all love Regex. If you don't love Regex, we should talk. We should have a good conversation about why Regex is the bomb. So, do a little stretch. This is really easy. Basically, it's asking, is this a number, right? So you can just do return. And then this plus this. And then globally, and then we can test this. Wait, hold on. Test this. Done. We Gucci. That should be everything we need. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick. Let me just throw this. Regex explainer. And JavaScript. So it is looking for digits. All matches, the beginning and the end. So that's what that's doing. It's saying, hey, at the beginning or the end, find a digit, and I want all of them because, like, we need them all. Don't, because I bet in here somewhere. Let me just let me attempt it, because usually they show you the. Oh, okay, they're not gonna show you the numbers. That's cool. Either way, like, this is really simple. It says, hey, test this against, in the beginning, find a digit, in the end. So basically it's like looking through the whole string globally. So like return every single time it's, because like, for example, this A and 5, right? This is a good example. Like A, if we did this, it would fail. If this was like, hmm, 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 like this would fail if this um, you didn't look globally for that kind of stuff. So it's important that you remember that. But anyway, let's just submit this while I'm here. I expect it to be a little bit more difficult, but look at that. We're back in the best practices. Let's see what happens if I click next. If it will just give me something random. All right, we'll do this now. I guess we'll just go back to doing random katas. Is that the right word? I don't really know. But yeah, if you struggle with regex, make sure you tweet me and we can talk. Just send me a DM. We'll talk about like how regex is super easy. And if you just don't want to learn regex at all, I have an npm package out there that does most of your stuff. Like, you need an email checked, we can do that. You need a password checked, we can do that. You want an Amex card checked, we can do that. We can do all that stuff. Numbers. Number. Split. You'll see what I'm going to do. It's similar to everything else we've done. We're just going to split them and then sort them the opposite way. This is like, I don't know if this is best practices, but it's like a really easy way to do it. Bingo. So this basically says, right, it's a number. Take the string of n, so whatever comes in, make this into a string, split it by nothing, so now we have them split, and then we want to sort it a comma b, and then we're going to do b minus a, and then join it back together, which basically just does a reverse order, in descending order. Sorry, not reverse order, descending order. And then you don't have to worry about anything. You just be like, hey, we're all done. This is, I don't know if this is best practices, but I've seen this question a million times. It's everywhere. I don't want to refactor any of it. Just going for it. Man, the submission sometimes is so slow. I don't know if it's me. Yes, I'd like to leave. So, if you are on my Twitter for some reason, you'll know that we had some internet troubles the other day, which is why I didn't end up streaming. Implement a function unique in order which takes an argument, a sequence, and returns the list of items without any elements with the same value next to each other and preserving the original order of elements. So if it's A, B, 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 C, C, A, D, it's going to be A, B, C, C, A, D. Okay, so it's going to return each unique one, and it doesn't matter if it's... So it is case sensitive. Okay. That's an interesting question. Okay. So we're going to have to use filter to filter the strings out. Okay. What a weird way to like do this. Like, Why wouldn't you just do unique function, unique order, and then iterable? Let's fix their code, because I don't like that. It's not fixing their code. It's just the way I want it. Y'all can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if you're going to write a function, just write functions out. So what we're going to do is going to do an if. Do we need to do a... Oh, I guess there must be... Because this is different, right? So we have to account for two things. First, we have to say, is it a type of string, right? Iterable is equal to string. Then we can just split the string. Otherwise, we can set this to iterable. Jesus, that is a iterable.split on this. Right, so now we've kind of said to ourselves, if type of iterable is string, split that string and then reassign it back to iterable. So when we do this part, so we're going to return it now. We're going to return the iterable. We're going to filter it at the same time. And we're going to say element index array and then say if element does not equal or too many array index plus 1. If element does not equal the array index plus 1, that should pass all tests. Ooh, unique in order. Yep. Good spell check. All right, so that does that part, which was this one. Just attempt it, make sure that works. Should reduce duplicates. Should work with one element. Yep. Should work an empty array. Treat lowercase different than uppercases. Works with ints. Works with char array. Should reduce duplicates. Like, you know, that's actually a really interesting, unique question, but let's see. In 45 minutes, it will submit and we'll be good. Oh, yeah, I guess we could have done that. I mean, that's basic. This is the same version of what I did, but with the enhanced version. Create a function that returns the sum of the two lowest possible numbers given an array of minimum 4 positive integers. No floats or positive integers will be passed. Okay. So I don't understand how this like numbering system works, but I'm sure it makes sense to somebody. That's not me, and I didn't really look at the, we started this as like a fun thing to do because I thought algorithms would be a good thing for people to learn, and we could talk about them at the same time. but we'll see. We'll see if people enjoy it. Personally, I enjoy it, but it is very it's very like taxing versus like building something like I normally do on stream. It's like a it's using more of my regular brain power than like say building out some application or building something using front end mentor. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort the numbers using the same thing that we used before, right? So spread out the array, then we're going to sort them the same way we did previously, which is A, comma B, and we'll do one of these nice little arrows, and then do A, B. That'll put them in descending order, right? Yep. And then we can just do 0 index, because that will give us the first one, and then numbers sorted, second one, booyah. Simple, nice and easy, nothing too complicated about that. Return the numbers sorted, 0 and 1, which will be the first two in line. So if this is sorted, didn't add enough to the... So that was nice and simple. Basically, we're just taking the numbers in an array, sort them, smallest to biggest, and then returning the first two in line. So that should be that. We've done it. We are geniuses of the universe. Let's see here. Should work random tests. It certainly does. Apparently I didn't really need to do that, but interesting. That's, I guess, one way to do it. But yeah, we have this, the same idea. And on that note, I think we're probably going to call it for today. Been streaming for a little bit. It's good to be back in the hot seat. We'll be back with another stream in the next couple days. We might do a variety stream. So a variety stream might be something like just an ask me anything while I'm chilling, or it could be like a watch party, or it could just be you see it and you get to just talk to me, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate you guys coming out and enjoying the video. I'll put it on. The VOD will go up on YouTube tomorrow. And then, yeah, make sure you're following along so that we can have some good times. And I'll see you next time. See ya.